Bearing the noble mission of planting the seeds of mindfulness in young minds, a dedicated group inspired by the most venerable Uda Idegama Dhammajiva Mahathero hosted the inaugural Sati Pasala session on 27th August 2016 at the Dhammasarana Temple, Keysborough in Melbourne, Australia. This marked the beginning of the first international Sati Pasala, with monthly programs spreading across Australia, nurturing mindfulness in youth far and wide. These sessions initially guided approximately 100 young children in Melbourne towards mindfulness in their daily lives, incorporating mindful walking, mindful sitting practices, and engaging mindful games. Over time, the initiative expanded, establishing 4 additional host centres across Victoria: Bandura and Yurok in 2018, followed by Melbourne West and Berwick in 2019. The Sati Pasala initiative began in Melbourne, Victoria, but quickly spread its influence across Australia, with cities like Sydney, Brisbane, Rockhampton, Perth, Adelaide, and Canberra joining in. At its peak, the Sati Pasala had 15 active centres across the country catering to children in diverse communities. Since its inception in 2016, the Melbourne Sati Pasala Group has consistently organised special annual Sati Pasala sessions in December with the participation of the Most Venerable Mahathero. Recognizing the prevalence of audiovisual media among today's younger generation, the Melbourne Sati Pasala Group embarked on a proactive initiative to create short, informative video clips to help children with their daily mindful practice. As part of the United Nations Day of Vesak celebrations in Victoria, Australia, Sati Pasala children in Melbourne presented a segment on the practice of mindfulness in May 2019.
This practice enables us to understand ourselves and others better, and it paves way for greater harmony within our family and society.
Through the regular practice of mindfulness, each and every one of us can contribute to peace and harmony in the world we live in.
In January 2018, the Melbourne Sati Pasala Group hosted the inaugural International Mindful Camp. Over the course of 3 days, 52 young children, along with the guidance of 30 facilitators, extended their journey of mindfulness exploration. Following the success of the Melbourne initiative, Brisbane organised another impactful mindful camp in 2018, further solidifying the momentum of the Sati Pasala movement. In 2019, Sydney hosted its first mindful camp in the state of New South Wales. Over the course of 3 consecutive days, 65 children and 34 facilitators came together to immerse themselves in the mindfulness practice and development.
the same experience both the way, mindful way and just be. So whenever you just be, you verify that I am not guilty.
Gully gully gotcha, ging gang go, louder. Ging gang gully gotcha, ging gang go.
We notice that when mindful children carry out tasks and the changes from one to the other, they were still able to note what they felt and observed at each step, and as such show the signs of continuation of mindfulness.
In 2023, Perth hosted its first mindful camp in the state of Western Australia. Over the course of 3 enriching days, 40 children, along with 12 dedicated facilitators, participated in the event. Post-pandemic, 2 successful mindful camps were conducted in Melbourne, Victoria. In 2022, with the participation of 35 children, followed by another successful camp in 2023 with 20 children joining in. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Sati Pasala centers shifted to virtual platforms, ensuring continuity of support for children. Despite disruptions, online sessions provided crucial guidance. The pandemic paused mindful camps in 2020 and 2021, but the Sati Pasala community quickly adapted, launching a virtual mindful camp showcasing remarkable resilience.
My name is Annalie. I'm 15 years old and I've been doing mindfulness with Sati Pasala for 3 years. I mainly do sitting meditation, but I try to incorporate mindfulness into my day-to-day activities. Mindfulness has allowed me to stay calm and to not stress about the current situation.
I apply mindfulness in day-to-day activities and do walking and sitting as regularly as possible.
But we are all going through it. By attending the Sati Pasala program, I have learnt something called mindfulness, which is a simple but powerful way to face the situation.
As the journey of mindfulness unfolds, the Sati Pasala program in Australia remains steadfast, nurturing the seeds of mindfulness in the hearts of children, paving the way for a brighter, more mindful future.